Steve, another defeat and conceded from a set piece. I'm sure you'd be really frustrated about that.
Yeah, I knew their strengths were set pieces. You know, it showed naivety. The keeper got blocked, and then James Fox lost his man, and he got blocked. You know, you've got to be a bit tougher and stronger in them sort of situations. So I felt it was an evenly matched game up until then. They started really well, first 15 minutes. Then we come into the game, had a few chances. Tommy Whitnall felt to him mostly, but where he's snatching it before, at least he's hitting the target now, which made their keeper work a little bit. And then second half, they scored, and it's happened a lot this season. We threw in the towel, you know, and very timid, very inept, very lacklustre. And I just told them in there, I said, they're the only ones that can get them back into a game. I said, they're the only ones that can get them back into a game, you know, and we conceded, and it looked like they held the white flags up. And it's not the first time this season. I can't do no more than the players I've got there and ask them to do it. You know, I put Royce on up front with Marvin to go longer and get him behind them because they were slow at the back, and we play it into their people's feet. And you can give them instructions, but you can't do it for them. And they've got to learn quickly. We've got a long, hard 3 months ahead of us now, which I didn't want because I feel for obviously the board. I feel for the supporters. They went through a lot of this last year, and it seems like it's repeating himself. So all the good football and stuff like that, I take that out of the equation now. We've got to get results, and we've got to get them quickly.
After they scored, we didn't really even have half a chance, hardly, did we?
We had one half chance, I think it was. Even then it was high and wide, but no, we didn't, Jim. And I've got to say that they've been told that, you know, half an hour to go or 25 minutes to go, and not to put them under pressure. Even if you get caught on a sucker punch and they score with another goal, you take it on the chin, but at least you give it a go. And I had too many players in there that weren't really interested in it.
And basically lost by a single goal again.
Yes, mate, yeah, another single goal. But if you ain't going to try in the last 25 minutes and get an equaliser, then you've got no chance of getting back into it.
Tell us about the two new signings.
Yeah, I've just signed Dane Luchford. He was on loan at Tonbridge Angels, but Folkestone player, scored 20 goals last year. And little Dan Parkinson, who played 20 games in the Ryman Premier for Maidstone last year. So they've both got a bit of pedigree. It's not as if with no disrespect to the reserve players, I didn't really want to throw them all in at once. So they've come in with a little bit of pedigree, and they've come in on next to nothing to prove themselves, because I knew what I took on when I first took the job in terms of the restrictions, with my eyes wide open, and I've got to get on with it. You know, I've got to try and dabble here and there and try and get people in, and that's what I've had to do. I can't go out and get players on the money that they want. If you ever get a loan player in on big money, is he really going to fancy it?
I suppose what the supporters really want to hear is we're not really scoring goals, are we? We're getting the odd goal here and there, the odd pen, the odd sort of D special, but we just don't seem like we're looking like we're going to score goals, basically.
Mate, you're right.
Where are they going to come from?
Then look at Maidstone. Maidstone have got 4 goals in the last 4 games, yeah, and they're one of the best teams in the league apparently. So you take the rough with the smooth. I never was going to have a Billy Medlock went to Sutton. He's finding it tough there to score goals. The levels you step up, you find it tough to score goals. A lot of people give Joe Taylor a bit of stick. You know, I've brought him in because I know what he can do. It's going to take him 2 or 3 weeks to get into it in terms of fitness-wise, because as much as he's looking after himself away from here, Folkestone didn't train and Ramsgate didn't train. So he was just playing games and doing a bit in the gym. It's nothing like doing the fitness work that we want to do. So he's on a regime now, a bit like Chris Piper when he first come back, and Chris come back and was nice and fit. You know, I brought Dan in Parkinson because I think he can give me a bit more energy in midfield. Maybe he's got to prove that to me, because we're a little bit one-paced in midfield, and I think he can just give me that extra little bit. And I'll be looking at another midfielder in the next couple of days. Want competition for places, and I haven't got the King's ransom to go and get anybody. I've got to be selective in what I get, and the fans might not want to hear it, but it's what I've got, and it's what I've got to play with, and I've got to try and do my best that I can, and that's what will happen. So, long hard 3 months they've got. If the fans can be patient and bear with us, you know, we will turn the corner. And in terms of scoring goals, Billy Medlock, once he got one, he got a dozen. So hopefully that'll be Joe Taylor's remit. Witts gets another one, he'll get a few. Marv gets one, he gets a few. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Until the ball goes in the back of the net, you're right, we ain't scoring goals, but you've got to keep faith and keep believing in people, and hopefully we'll turn the corner.
Some people may disagree with me personally, but I thought Joe had probably his best game so far today, actually.
Joe's a player that does a lot of things in terms of his little link-up play, little headers here and there, and a little bit of strength that we haven't had. He's had one shot today that got blocked and their centre-half had to come off. But in general, I think he will come good. I think he will come good because he scored goals at the lower level. He scored goals at Farnborough before they released him because of the travelling aspects. Ramsgate to Farnborough is not a good journey. And I believe he will score goals. If he doesn't, then I'll take it on the chin, but I go with my instincts. And my instincts was when he come available, he'll be someone that I have to score goals.
Jack went off at half time. Is he okay, Jack Parter?
Jack Parter, he got his toe stamped on last Tuesday, and he struggled all week with it. He got through today, and then the last minute of the first half, someone stamped on it again. So we thought it was broken. It's not. So another few days rest and he'll be fine. But I had to reshuffle the pack again.
Yeah, okay, well that's good news about Jack anyway, and thanks for your time, Steve, and good luck for our next match, which is Enfield at home, isn't it?
Yeah, cheers, Jim.